That team across the field is a conference foe, and that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Gators offense will have the opening possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
And the Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Pocket breaking down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
They'll line up for a second down play. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And tackled there by the defense.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. fires to the big fella. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on third down. That was the completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on third down was big.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They're dealing with a second and long. They just keep firing. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? Well, a lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And they'll bring him down for the sack. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. To the air, it's Russell. Got it behind the line, it's Hampton. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This is a design run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Give to the running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a spot in the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. They're going back to the ground. They fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties in line.
Oh, a lot of space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Running back searching for a hole.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Russell. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce. The offense pounces back.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the back. They're looking to throw on second and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Montgomery. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Oh, what a cut! He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Florida! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just feeds the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Back to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. They get him up rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right, makes a grab for a big play. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Rushes on him. Breaks into the open. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws out the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Gator! zone for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
The give on the option. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold on.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Did the work himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Terrell. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to pass, it's Russell. Lofts one high and deep. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They kick it away on 4th down. Now on the return. And he loses the football on the return. Oh, and averts disaster by falling on his own fumble.
You know, the worst thing that can happen to return men is muffing punts, fumbling it, putting on the ground, and he did it right there. He's very lucky he was able to jump on his own fumble.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Terrell. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Russell. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll give it to him again. Got the first down and more. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Montgomery. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
To the air on second down. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
The Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The heart.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give, and tick, 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 tick. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They are going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. And he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll try the run. And he'll be brought down.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive here?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Fuller. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Johnson wants to throw it. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
I know both of these teams